Anybody who's ever touched a cue stick or ever seen a billiard hall or billiard table would know who EFREN Bata is.
Well, not just in the Philippines. EFREN is revered worldwide, a pool icon, BCA Hall of Fame. His resume is off the charts.
Now time for the lag. Oh,
Reyes to
perfect lag coming from the magician EFREN Bata Reyes. Right on the rail. You can't beat that.
Last time they met, Ronnie Alcano won against EFREN in rotation. It was a race to 4. You know, but this is the game where EFREN got his nickname as the magician. Just check out some vids on YouTube and you will see he became famous off of the rails. As you see, 55 years old, the icon is from Pampanga. This is just a handful of his stats. 06, 05, 04, 99 World Pool Champion. But this goes down the line.
Hey, B-Boy, if we put all of his achievements here, baka mga 10 page bukas na tayo matapos dito.
Yes, and if you have a pyramid that you want to put all the pool players on, and I speak for a lot of the pros, they put EFREN on the top of the pyramid. There's a space and then everybody under.
Up for grabs, and this challenge of the legend is 150,000 pesos. The runner-up receives 100,000 pesos for himself. Not bad, but of course, the prestige of trying to beat the legend, well, that is up for grabs here. The legend might prove too much for the challenger, or maybe the challenger can pull off an upset. Now let's all pay attention as the magician is about to go to work.
As you can see, the basic setup of the balls, 2, 5, 4, 6, 3 on the bottom, 13, 14 behind the 1 ball. This is how it's going to be the entire match. EFREN playing the cut break, 1 and 3 in. That's counted as 4 balls, 4 points.
To the uninitiated, we go by the number. Magsisimula sa 1 all the way to 15. We add all of the balls up. The 1 ball went in. That's equivalent to 1 point. Yung 3 ball also went in. So that gives EFREN 4 points right now.
This game, Magu, we will be seeing a lot of combinations, a lot of caroms, a lot of billiards. Safety, not too much, because after the safe, usually you can spot up the ball where the black mark is on the lower middle side of the table. But the players at this caliber do not like giving away spots because it's like giving candy to a baby.
So to the newbies in the world of billiards, siguro nagugulat kayo, traffic yung mesa, ang daming bola. This is how EFREN establishes legend, and this is how most Filipino billiaristas became good at this sport. It is because ang dami mong problemang bola sa mesa, and this is how they work on their game.
You know how EFREN practices 15 ball rotation? He just puts all the tables smack in the middle where the side pocket, in the middle of the side pockets, and he just takes a piece by piece per ball.
EFREN Bata now with 21 points as he pocketed the 6. Of course, it is first to 61 points to get a win, and it is a race to 9 racks.
7.
And all the new players also, if you're wondering how the Filipino players are revered as one of the best kick shot artists, best players to study angles and come out of kick safeties, this is the game that made that happen for all of us, and this is the player.
So EFREN is more than halfway there, 36
last
points.
2 balls.
Make that 45.
Last two balls remaining for the magician.
What a run out by EFREN Bata, 45. This will make it 55. And just the 11 ball remaining, and he picks up rack number 1. Ronnie Alcano has not even seen the table yet. And shot number 1.
It's the magician drawing first blood.
Bata Reyes.
Race to 9, it is
That is how
1-0.
simple this game is. It looks simple because it is the magician on the table. And whether you're a double world champion or not, if EFREN Bata Reyes gives you props, that says something about you.
Yeah, I believe so. In the backroom games, Ronnie has been winning off EFREN in rotation, but this is different.
1 ball.
As 2 balls drop down, the 3 and the 1. So Alcano starts off also with 4 points.
And, me and Magu were discussing earlier pregame, you know, how EFREN and Ronnie are like similar And how Ronnie idolized Efren growing up. Came to a point that there was some talk that he actually had his two front teeth pulled out just to look like Efren, or
just
what?
to emulate his idol. And he believed, the story has it, or legend has it, he believed he did that, or he was going to do that in order to gain the magic of Reyes. And the referee could not believe Efren Bata Reyes was calling for a spot. The referee was like, what? You're the magician. How are you calling for a spot?
They're going to be talking. Jimmy Trumpa and Efren are going to be talking later. Probably be saying, don't be a spot. Those balls. So.
Kasi niya, Englishin ko pa eh, no?
Of course.
Our referee Jimmy Trumpa got surprised because that's going to be rare for Efren to call. 15 ball is available of the combination.
Of course, Efren Bata Reyes, not just the magician, not just the living legend, always the entertainer as well.
That's true. This is not a call shot game also, so luck is also going to play here. 15 ball goes in for Alcano, and look at this. Well, he's going to have a shot on the 10. I don't know. The combination towards that corner is a bit awkward.
So Alcano now with 18 points in the bag. You see on the bottom of your screens, that's the 15, the 3, and the 1.
But look at this. He can actually play the 2, then bring the cue ball towards that 13 cluster. That's what he's doing. 13 goes in. Look, and another ball. The money balls, the big, or you to actually look at the strike balls, those are
Wala
the
naman
big
Diego siya lahat,
balls.
sinisilip pa niya ang buhay. Ayop talaga.
Efren Bata, of course, he knows he's also got that mental game going on, trying to get in the head of Alcano.
So the spot, this decision of Efren to take the spot on cost him what? Probably about 25 points.
18 and plus that 13 ball.
Of course, technique here in rotation is totally different from 8 ball, 9 ball, or 10 ball. They go after the big numbered balls if they can. Efren going for a combination shot. 4 is in. He has a shot on the 2. He's surveying the table, taking a look at the larger balls that he could probably take in.
So by our unofficial count, it is 31-4 as Efren goes safety.
Ronnie's going to kick at this. There's no way he's going to give Efren a spot. Table's open. Asking for the pivot, the bridge, the rest. Just checking if they're international. We are playing local rules, so he does not have to contact a rail after he shoots the 2 ball. 14 ball is going to be available for Efren for the side pocket.
So that is the big difference. You were telling me about this. Pag international rules, pag tinamaan mo yung object ball, kailangan bumanda pa. Pero pag local rules, pwede nang hindi, just like what we saw what Alcano did.
Because we actually were checking, there are no international or tournament rules that are set for rotation. It's usually house rules. Efren going after the 2, he missed it. This is opened up for Ronnie Alcano.
So it is 31-4. Alcano halfway to where he wants to be to tie this matchup. Drops the deuce.
Very entertaining to watch rotation. I grew up 20 years ago playing this game. So nice to have finally seen another match like this, especially with the younger generation coming out. This is a treat for all of you new kids learning pocket billiards. Combination shot by Ronnie Alcano, or rather a bank on the 5.
Now he's got 38
Alcano
points.
now at 38.
23 away from 61. Diyos ko, dala akong calculator.
I'm relying on you.
44-4. Ronnie Alcano looking primed to tie this match up. We are in the second rack. Efren Bata with a break and run in rack number 1.
Alcano now at 51.
Alcano now 10 points away.
Last 2 balls.
And he is going to be aiming at that 8 ball. So last 2 balls for him.
And we said earlier, it's a game 61, but both players agreed because there's a tie here, Magu. If the total count is 120 balls, so
120 points.
Yeah,
with the
120
15
points.
balls.
Yeah. So if there's a big possibility that both players can get up to 60,
59.
so they called it that if one gets to 60, automatically that person wins that rack.
So it is a gentleman's agreement amongst these two. Villaristas, as Ronnie Alcano has tied the
And
match
the Volcano
up.
takes
This
rack
is
number
a
2.
race
We are
to
tied
9 and
at
15
one
ball
rack
rotation,
apiece.
and after
It is
2,
a
we are
race to
tied
9.
at 1 apiece.
Was actually Efren also, but those of you who are really following pocket billiards, you know, some of the world championships were even conceived yet until the 1999 or 1998.
But the impressive thing about Alcano's record is he won both within a 12-month span.
Yes, in the same, well, actually in a year.
06 and 07, within the same 12 months he won. He was the title holder of 2 championships.
Wu Cha-ching did it in just 1 year. 2 world championships in 1 year at the age of 16 years old. The youngest in history.
So the 36-year-old Ronnie Alcano back at the table after Efren Bata Reyes came up dry on his break.
You know, if you can only invent a time machine and get Efren playing like rotation in his prime and get Ronnie playing like this in his prime, that would be some match.
Alcano pockets the 1. Now aims at the 2 for the right side pocket. Alcano takes care of business there, lines it up for the 3. Did he get enough on that?
Yeah, looks okay. He's going to line up a 4-9 combination if he elects, or he may draw back, take that 4 or a 10-4 combination.
As we take a look at our scoreboard, the 2 1s in yellow are the racks they've already won, and the numbers to the right is the score for this particular rack. This is rack number 3, trying to break a 1-all tie.
3.
So Alcano has run through the first 3 balls here in this rack. He's got a total of 6.
Full combination shot here. Playing the 9th thin. Now this is going to leave for Efren. Efren can either do a combi or he may play billiard 4 to the 9.
Of course, here in this game of rotation, you want to pocket the higher number balls earlier than the rest, but you still gotta make contact with the lowest numbered ball on the table at all times.
Karen, 4-9, straight in shot on the 4.
Reyes, 9 points.
He has a preference here. This angle takes him towards that 5 ball, number 5 ball.
Now, Efren has taken the lead with 9 points already.
4.
He's going to prefer to be doing draw, taking that 6, the same pocket as a 5. He's eyeing up that 12. Oh, he's actually measuring that 7. That's the stretch here.
5.
It seems to be short. 18 points for the magician.
And Efren does not like how he ended up.
He's gonna. This I like. He's gonna shoot draw and he's gonna play a billiard 7 to 11. He needs to get a perfect angle, just slightly below that 12 ball. Whoa!
6.
Look at the spin.
And he's trying to break them up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he did make contact, but ended up on the wrong side of the fence.
I thought he was going to play the billiard 7-11, but now
Reyes at 24.
But if you're a fan of EFREN Reyes, he has tons of kick shots
And here he goes, all the way down rail.
in his arsenal.
Almost making the 11, but the 7 is coming. Just hangs on the pocket.
Reyes at 24.
So it is 24-6 right now. EFREN Bata Reyes ahead here in rack number 3, but Alcano is back on the table.
4 balls for EFREN, which he needs. Just a cleanup here for Alcano. Uh-oh. Let's judge the speed. He's behind that 14 ball, and you cannot jump in rotation. If you want, I think, I'm not sure about the rules here, but maybe they can jump with a full cue.
No jump
Totally
use allowed here in rotation.
Yeah, but maybe they can actually do a full cue over or half ball over.
Gets the contact on the 8.
Tough shot here for EFREN. Usually I shoot this 8 and draw back, try to make that 12 in the side pocket as well.
Of course, we want to remind all the billiard fans out there who are also into poker, you can download jbetpoker.net and qualify free for the monthly free roll. So do visit jbetpoker.net.
Earlier in our first match, Magoo and I were treated behind with EFREN and Ronnie playing a game of chess. EFREN won that match. He leaves the 8 trying to go cross corner.
Alcano 13.
To 13 is our score. Alcano trying to inch closer. Takes care of the 8 ball.
Comes to 15. Wouldn't mind that. Just needs 4 more balls.
Now we go to the money balls. Of course, after the solid balls, we get the bigger or higher value balls here. Going for the 10. Reyes already knocked in the 9 earlier, but misses on that.
Yeah,
10.
Ronnie was trying to play it fancy. He went off the rail, caught the 10, bit thin.
Reyes at 24.
Now leaving EFREN with a lot of blocker balls. You can see here, he played off the rail, caught it thin. A bit thick. Yeah, it was thick.
See the magician jumping out of his seat. No clear shot on that 10, though.
Yeah, he has a rail or 2 rails here. Looks like he's going 2 rails for the 10.
And at this point, I don't think EFREN will call for a spot because the referee will not give it to him.
Okay, so it is local rules. That is not a foul ball. Ronnie will be shooting as it lies.
Alcano
EFREN not happy with
21.
that outcome.
The Challenge of the Legends is aired live on Studio 23 and will also be televised on the Filipino channel for the benefit of all our kababayans across the globe. Alcano.
He's going to force follow this. The only pocket available for the 11 is in that side pocket.
So where is he going with the 10? Is it the right side pocket or the top right corner?
The way he was queuing up, he was eyeing that corner. He's still eyeing that corner. Playing it softly. He's going to be cutting that 11 in. And
31.
And Alcano now takes the lead in rack number 3, 31-24.
look at the 13. This is going to move also. Double shot there by Ronnie Alcano.
Mamadali. Etong si Volcano. Now you do the math.
Yeah, last ball for Alcano, I believe.
There you go. Ronnie Alcano has gone back to back to take a 2-rack-to-1 lead. 150,000 pesos up for grabs for the winner, while the runner-up goes home with 100,000 pesos.
Money ball moving towards the corner, but stays. Look at that. 11 hangs up. EFREN with an open table for the 1.
So after EFREN came up with a dry break in rack number 2, Alcano, or rack number 3 rather, Alcano does the same here in rack 4. Reyes lining up that Q to the 2, top left corner.
Has to pass that 13 ball. Oh, he's going to be blocked.
2.
A kick off the rail to take that 3 in the lower left corner is coming up. EFREN's shooting arm is still too tight. Loading up with left-hand spin. Gets it. This is going to swing around, and that's going to show. But the 7 might just have blocked the path, unless it can still go in that top left. So the long route here, no combinations being offered for the magician.
EFREN goes all the way up the table.
Yeah, but now he's covered himself behind 13.
Wala.
That is our good friend Rodney Martinez calls self-defense.
Oh, that's a 12 rather. He has a kick, 2 rails. Whoa! Wow!
Oh, just in the nick of time.
But still, look at this. Massey shot, kissing off of the 5 and the 8, leaving himself this shot. Those are the magical shots that actually EFREN calculates.
But the problem is,
who knows? He's got a 2-rail, 3-rail kick shot here. He's looking at that side. Come out. He can get lucky and bump into that 11. Earl Strickland from the U.S., world champion also, has had a lot of games with EFREN in rotation, and EFREN just kicked himself out of all of them with 3-rail escapes, 2-rail escapes, managing to win out the match. So, you know, you don't know with EFREN on the table, anything can happen.
Alcano now electing to go straight at that 6. Punches it through.
Got there.
Brings his deficit to just 9 points now.
Technically, this is going to be like 9 balls, meaning that we got 8 balls left on the table, and it's an open rack, so you'd expect this rack to for a Ronnie Alcano.
13 and counting for Alcano. Make that 21 points for the Volcano. 40 away from making it 3 in a row here in this race to 9.
Yeah, 4 balls left for the Volcano.
Last 3 balls for Alcano. And the way this table is spread out now, looks like it'll be smooth sailing.
Yeah, long rail for that 11 in the side.
Last 2.
Well, you may opt to shoot that also in the lower corner.
Now Alcano is down to his last ball. Makes this. He goes up 3-1. Here in the challenge of the legend. So after dropping the opening rack, Ronnie Alcano has managed 3 consecutive. This is the challenge of the legend on Studio 23. We'll be right back.
Reyes to break.
Only rack
Trailing,
Efren got
one
was the
rock to
very
3.
first one. It was a break and run out. So break and then a 60 run. Looks to be dry, and Ronnie Alcano will be coming back on the table with a clear hit on the 1 ball. You'd think that so many balls are on the table, at least one would go in. But that's the toughness of this game, especially that triangle setup.
So that is the second dry break for the magician EFREN Reyes, as Alcano electing to use the bridge to take on this 1 ball.
Bad
But
shot
hit the
there.
9. That's a bad shot.
Yeah, but still, there's no ball in hand in rotation, so EFREN may either shoot this where it lands or probably spot this.
No way you can shoot it from where it is right now.
Yeah, he's taking the spot option, and if it fits, well, our referee Jimmy Chongo is putting it below the 14 because there's no space on that black dot in your screen, so the spot area.
So EFREN will have to take it from behind that 14 because the 1 ball does not fit doon sa spot button natin. Magician aims, takes care of the 1, pops back out 2 rails for the deuce on the left side pocket.
For all of those young players, the younger generation learning the game, start off on rotation. You get to master your cue ball control as well as use of your spins. So a nice game to begin with.
Actually, it might just be the perfect game to begin with.
Yeah, aside from playing straight pool, which is shooting any ball on the table, sort of like snooker.
3.
Got rotation. Then when you're better at it, you can move down and see that you're going to be playing a much easier 9 ball or easier 10 ball game.
It just opens things up. If you master 61 or rotation, it'll open up all kinds of possibilities for your pool game.
Smooth sailing in this rack for EFREN.
4.
Error by Alcano, kissing that 9 ball, trying to hit that 1. But of course, still far. EFREN has been shooting the lower numbered balls. He's up to 10 points.
See if he can do what he did in rack number 1. And if you make balls 1 through 11, rack is automatically over as you go over 61 points at that point.
Yeah, that's why usually the lesser players tend to just make the opponent finish out the rack, and they just pick off numbers 9 towards 15. When I played Luat way back, about 6-7 years ago, he used to give me just a count of 8. I still lose, and of course he'd ask for the break always.
Dito rin yung pag nilalaro, merong handicapping system.
Oh yeah.
I used to play a lot of really good guys,
4
and
balls.
they would give me just up to 51, and I win already.
If I'm not mistaken, early 90s or mid 90s, EFREN would play Johnny Archer in rotation in the US, and I think EFREN would give Johnny Archer a plus 20 count.
Plus 20 na agad.
Last 3.
So
That's the Archer yun.
technically, Johnny just makes 41. That's I just read it somewhere.
And that's not you and me. That's Johnny Archer
Yes.
he's playing. Magician now surveys this table. Just the striped balls remaining. So last 2. Okay, EFREN.
And I haven't heard of anyone at present playing with EFREN in the US or anywhere in the world when it comes to
10
rotation.
seconds.
At pagka kay EFREN
Extension,
lumaban,
extension.
walang even dito, no? Kailangan hingi kang plus. Pag ako nakalaban ni EFREN, B-boy, hingin ko hanggang 11 lang ako. Plus 50.
So EFREN Reyes
Last 2
taking
balls.
the long route. Shooting balls 1 to 9.
Oh, now he's down to the last 2. Ten ball on the way. And last ball now for EFREN Reyes.
Last ball.
Probably hardest shot he had to make in this rack. A shot on the 11. Oh, that's wide. He knew it. He left himself a big angle.
But
Wow.
it is going to have to be...
Di umaabot ang mga preparasyon ko.
This is what we were talking about. You know, you just wait, then you just clean up all the balls that are remaining.
Pero this is what we call last ball cleanup. Alcano will have to knock in all of these balls in order to steal this rack away from Bata Reyes.
4 balls.
Alcano at 11.
Alcano with a wide open
23.
table.
Last 3 balls.
Finding a theft here. It's going to be a big heist here in rack number 5. He already
36.
leads this race to 9,
Last
3 to
2
1.
balls.
Yeah, it looks like a 4 to 1. EFREN coming up short on his last preparation. Turning the table over to Alcano with a miss, and after this, Ronnie Alcano will take a commanding lead with an alternate break format.
Alcano will be breaking. Studio 23. Of course, this is also to be televised on the Filipino channel for all the Filipino billiards fans all over the globe.
114 combination available for EFREN. And you hear him over the mic. He's wired up, as well as Ronnie Alcano, and you can see that EFREN has been frustrated with his cue ball control.
In the last rack, that must have been really frustrating for EFREN. He took care of balls 1 through 10. Already on his last ball with a cut shot to the top left corner, left it wide, and opened the door for Alcano to clean up the table to take this 4 to 1 lead.
Opting to pocket a 1 ball instead of the combination shot. Now again, EFREN will be taking the long route. Tough crack at the 2. Has to draw back for the 3. A lot of juice here coming up from this shot. Look at this. Has to go past the 7. I think he has a window available. Rail first is going to be his option. Somewhat of a containing shot there by the magician. Well, if
You
Ronnie,
hear the frustration
Yeah.
from Bata Reyes there.
if Ronnie wants to go offensive, he can drive towards that 14 ball left corner. Opting to play a cat and mouse game. That's going to leave. I don't know about that shot by Ronnie.
I think he wanted to hide it behind the
The 15, yeah.
15 ball there.
Just judge the angle coming out. Tough shot here for EFREN. Perfect.
Where does he land? Right on the 4.
He's taking a look at that 13-8 cluster. Yeah, he's seeing if that 5 has enough room to get that combination on. The way he played it, it's either he plays the 5, kissing that 13 out of the way, or breaks up the cluster and pockets 13. Looks like he's playing combination. Oh, passes clearly,
15.
but look at this. Perfect. Then 7-14 combination.
He can even go. But here you go for the 6. And then the 7-14 is on. So he has taken care of the first 6 balls here.
Wants to leave the 7 right in the pocket.
14,
Then he's going after that 8-13 combination.
35.
35.
So Reyes now with 35 points, more than halfway through to where he wants to be.
All he needs, I believe, last 3 balls.
42 now.
So he gets to 8, he'll be up to 50. But he's getting to 13 first, so these last 2 balls remaining on the top right of your screens are his last 2 balls.
So 8-13. Combination is definitely on.
Either that or he's playing billiard. His angle's a bit funny. So he did play
Last
the combination.
ball.
Last ball for the
55.
magician.
So Reyes has stopped the bleeding,
Takes one back.
winning rack number 5,
Challenges the
and he comes to within 1 of this Alcano, or within 2 of this Alcano lead rather. Samaran, he elects to go straight into it.
Yeah, in rotation, usually you get more action on a cue ball. He gets to 11, but cue ball scratches.
So that 11 comes back out.
He gets respotted. Then Ronnie has to shoot on the head string or below the head string.
See, it was the spin on the cue ball that brought it over to the right side.
Nakataon siya eh.
Yeah, 11 ball did go in.
Sorry.
That's going to be spotted below the 9 ball, I believe, or the 1 ball. There is a possibility of a 1-11-9 combination, but that 15 looks to be in the way of the 9.
Electing to just break up that cluster and taking the ball all the way to the back. Leave some traffic in between.
EFREN has a shot here going towards that right rail. He can play in between the 11-12. Elects to use the spot for Ronnie.
And it's still going to be a tough shot here.
Yep, precision going towards that blue 2 is going to be difficult coming out of this shot.
And our referee starting to pay attention to EFREN when he calls for the spot. He was really shocked early on in this match.
Straight in, but will Ronnie get good shape for the 2? No. We mentioned that rotation, you know, if you call a spot, it's technically a freebie for your opponent. Only in certain circumstances that they do that. Kick shot here for Ronnie.
And you, at this level of competition, you should just expect spots early on. But by the time they get to probably ball number 5, 6, they just take those shots on. Now a bad shot coming from Alcano.
Foul.
Spot here for EFREN. There's no way he's taking that.
So they bring the ball over to the button.
Usually I go after the 15 coming out of the 2. But he also has to get towards that 3 ball. EFREN asking for a respot. Looks like it's not centered.
I'm sorry.
EFREN and referee Chonko starting to get under each other's skin. You see EFREN refocusing right away amongst the reaction from the crowd, or amidst the reaction from the crowd. Being scared to deuce, will he go?
He did not like he underhit that ball. Now he's blocked by the 6. Oh, that's why. Jimmy
So-
Chonko suddenly hits the 14.
It was a foul on the referee.
So we've got 14 ball foul on Jimmy Chonko.
We should record that for your stats. One foul for the ref.
Containing kick by the Magician. Ronnie's going to be checking that 12-13 angle out. Seems to be one ball from our view.
Tikit eh, no? Mag-asawa sila. And can that go to the bottom right corner or the top right on your screens right now?
Seeing Ronnie's playing a cut on the 3, probably on the side pocket.
Oh, excellent shot in the volcano, and this capacity crowd appreciating the effort. How sweet is that, B-boy?
Yeah, that's how you learn to play a lot of difficult shots. That's why this game, if you master it, as you said earlier, opens up a lot.
Alcano now trying to pick up his
Fine.
rhythm.
Yeah, through the years, Ronnie, especially playing rotation, has been very flamboyant, especially with the use of spin. Now, he's not. He's actually playing the game simple. He needs that to move, and he's going to get there. Perfect speed.
Alcano, 19.
Question is the 8. It will not pass either lower corner pocket, so he might be playing this off the side. Or he has a combination shot also available.
26 points now for Ronnie Alcano. Once again, you are watching the challenge of the legend. It is a rotation battle, race to 9. Alcano versus Reyes.
Well, looks like the 8 passes a 15. Simple rack, simple number balls here left. 4 balls remaining for Alcano, or possibly 3.
Last 2 balls.
43.
Last 2 balls called by our referee. Drawback for the 11.
Takes it to 53.
Last ball.
This will be for another win, yet another win for Ronnie Alcano. Takes care of business there.
Break. Ronnie Alcano still forcing off the
9 ball
wings.
in.
And we are in rack number 8 now.
Saw striped colored ball coming down. I believe that's the 9 ball.
Take a look at that break once again. See the bottom right corner. That is where that ball was pocketed. Alcano in control here. Looking for rack win number 6.
Who played the kiss off of the 10 ball. Now Ronnie's going to leave this. Trying to pocket the 1. Just trying to nip that 10 to give out an angle towards the right corner, but it did not go in. As you check it out, intentionally playing the kiss on the 10 ball.
So Bata back at the table.
Controlled, stunned, and he did mean to kick at the 15 ball.
B-Boy, how hard would it be to adjust from playing 9 ball, 8 ball, or 9 ball and 10 ball for the last few years,
2.
and then all of a sudden going back to rotation?
If you played, meaning that if you played rotation before, or is it going to be the first time you're going to be playing rotation?
These guys grew up or who got their games playing rotation. They play the shorter games with a wide open setups. Now they go back to the traffic game of a rotation. How hard is that adjustment?
For them, it's not going to be too difficult because technically they do practice this anyway and prepare for this using either 15 ball spreads or playing rotation, because rotation is no different from 9 ball when you play the balls in chronological order, right? So for them, it's okay because that's how they practice. But if you're new and playing the game, and yeah, you play it for the first time, even though you played 9 ball and 10 ball or 8 ball, you're going to find it difficult to play.
Combination shot doesn't work there.
But if you
For
want to
Reyes.
hone up your combination skills or your carom skills or your
Reyes,
kick shots, this
6
is
points.
the prime game to play.
This
Alcano,
would be the
9.
way to go.
Now, I have a good friend who loves to playing this game as well as straight pool. His name's Bob Guerrero, and he just loves this.
Bob Guerrero? Nobody knows that guy in the pool world, huh? Of course, one of the premier commentators in this game we all love. Good afternoon to you, sir. As Alcano now is forced to go for the same combination that EFREN missed.
I think Bob just got off work early to watch this match. Is going to leave for the maestro.
A long shot now for Reyes.
All he has to do is get the 4, get in shape on the 5. Problem is the 7 and the 15. Combination shot there, but we are thinking 6 balls ahead. He does not want to break up any balls there.
And that is how far ahead these guys play. When you get to this level, you plan 3 to 4, maybe even 5 shots ahead. You don't even just think of what the object ball is.
Of course, Ronnie Alcano was able to
5.
pull out this lead because EFREN Reyes was making a lot of errors nearing his last 2 balls or last ball. So again, EFREN is cleaning up the rack, but still far from over. 7 ball is going to be a problem.
So he's got to get on the top side of the 7 in order to get the line for the combination on the 15.
He might be playing the combination given this
21.
angle.
It's now 21 to 9 in this race to 61 points.
4 balls remaining here for the Magician, unless he sinks the 15. Nope, too wide. He jumped out of the
Lalayo.
shot there.
But he
Alcano
didn't
at
leave
9.
much for Ronnie Alcano here. Not a full view of that 7 ball.
Ronnie can also play a similar shot. Taking a look at the miss,
Tough miss for Reyes there.
Ronnie can play the kiss off. Oh, he can see the full ball, but
16.
You expected.
Efren Reyes giving Alcano more props. (21 to 16) is the count. Alcano on the comeback trail, trying to pick up his 6th rack in this race to 9.
you might see a cut shot here and will break up automatically the 13 and the 11. That's what you see, but you get that, yeah.
Ronnie Alcano going the long route, 48. And now he will be aiming at the 10. He already knocked in the 9. First ball he knocked in this rack. A little suspense from the 8 ball.
A chance here for EFREN. 10 ball not sitting pretty. It looks like he's trying to, I don't know if he's trying to play safe. 5 balls left. It looks like he's one offensive and trying to play safe at the same time. No, it's safe that he wanted.
And look at where he left that cue ball. Excellent safety.
Yeah, but EFREN can get at this. He'll
He
just
probably would have liked that cue ball to be wedged on that pocket.
actually just prefer to be behind the 15
Reyes at
itself.
21.
But now he has that point of the dot in the middle of the side pocket, the lower pocket. And that's going to be safety for the Magician.
Excellent counter safety para dito kay Bata Reyes.
Alcano at 24.
Take a look at that. Just catching that point or the dot, the marker. Snooker there left by EFREN on Ronnie Alcano. Now, Ronnie has to work out the angles here, Magu. No angle, but he will be loading up with right spin. Possibly making the ball and catches the 12.
It's a bad shot, but I don't see EFREN going for the spot here.
Yeah, he has a cut on the 10.
Reyes at 21.
See the score line, 21-24. But Ronnie Alcano has a commanding lead of 5-2, alternate break. Sweet cut there by the magician.
31.
Passes to 12.
Last 3 balls.
For EFREN Reyes.
3 balls remaining. Possible comeback trail for EFREN after this rack is done.
Take that last 2.
Last
For
2
EFREN.
balls.
We got to give them this rack.
And with a wide open setup right now.
Last
EFREN
ball.
Bata looking to cut the deficit to 2 racks as he takes aim. That is the 3rd win for EFREN Reyes in this race to 9. Magu Marjan together with B-Boy Soriano coming to you live from the Sky Dome of the SM City North EDSA.
Foul.
And it looks like a scratch for EFREN Bata Reyes. And the cue ball was the only ball he got to make off that break.
So this is, look at this. This is the difference between an amateur player and a pro player. Usually an amateur player will go for a 110 combination shot. But given that the spot for pro players are pretty much candy, try to avoid the 10 ball on the way out. Ooh, he had to load up with some spin on the left side. That's why the cue ball forced its way towards the lower rail, then spinning back up. So it was actually the spin that caused him to miss. He would have preferred to go around the 10, but because it was a bit of traffic there. So now EFREN is going to have a little bit of problems getting back for the 2. The shot itself is difficult. Loading up with a lot of left-hand spin. Look at this. Oh, the bump on the 3 helped him.
Excellent shot for the magician. We'll try and take the 2 on that top left corner. Can't have the cue travel too much, as the 3 should go on the same pocket. EFREN now trying to map out a strategy for the rest of this table.
Yeah, 3 ball goes cleanly in that left. 4 ball sitting pretty on the lower corner. Also spread out.
3.
Oh, did not intend to run in that to that 11. Draw back using the long rail.
4.
10.
7 and 8 looking good on the left side of the table.
Look at that 8 is just hanging bottom side pocket of your screens right now.
I don't see EFREN making any mistake in this rack.
15.
Last 6 balls.
You see the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is near the hole, so that's the only thing he needs.
Heard the referee say last 6 balls. At this level, that's how they count it. Last 7, last 6, last 5. It's not the regular you and me game where we only count the last 2 balls.
$21.
Last 5 balls.
Now he goes for the 7, bottom left corner. Is there a chance for him to make the 8 at the same time?
He's not going to be playing the 8 because if he does, he's going to be hitting from the 9.
4 balls.
So he needed to take that 1 by 1. That's
36.
school of
Last three
billiards
balls.
for all you young guns out there coming from B-Boy Soriano. Be patient. It is a virtue.
No, that's the way you learn, going the hard way.
Last 2 balls.
Now Efren's down to his last 2 balls.
Yeah, just stop this, or you can opt to draw, or shoot stun shot, take the 11 in the side pocket.
55.
Last
Now,
ball.
is down to the last ball to be pocketed by the Magician to cut this Alcano lead to just 1 rack. And Efren does so, picking up his 4th win here in this race to 9. Alcano back on the table to break. He still leads 5 racks to 4.
1 ball
He
in.
has dropped the last 2 racks. Watching his 3-rack lead shrink to a solitary rack. Alcano not that happy with that last break.
Yeah, a little bit of magic dust thrown on the rim of the volcano. The volcano silent as of the moment.
So we see the 1 ball being pocketed off that break. But a really tough shot for Alcano on this 2.
Guys playing the kick.
That is one difference, or one of the biggest differences between 9-ball and
Wow.
rotation. No push shot here.
It
He comes up with a foul and a scratch to boot.
hitting a scratch. Ball will be shot the head string. 2 will be spotted up. And seems that Efren will be taking that 2 ball in the lower right corner.
Even with that 15 there, he's got all kinds of space.
And he will have a shot on the 3. The problem is the pink 4. I believe he just gave himself good angle to go below the 6, pop out for that 4 in the upper left corner.
Does he need to kiss the 4 and the 7 away from each other, or is he okay just going off 2 rails?
I believe the 4 will pass behind the 7. So, yeah, he just has to make this 3, and he will have an easy shot on the 4. The problem is that 5-14 cluster.
Goes off 2 rails, lines it up. Efren Bata looking to equalize in this race to 9.
If he wants to get fancy, he can go pull it with a lot of draw, go below the 8. He just pointed his cue there, pop up, try to take that 5 in either the corner or the side. Power draw coming up if he elects that option. Oh, he's going to shoot at this. Hold on.
Efren Bata with a scratch.
Foul.
He knew it
Mhm.
after he hit it.
He described it perfectly. And that 4-ball will be pulled out once again, because that is a foul shot.
You see that he loaded up with a lot of left-hand spin, but the angle he took, the 4-ball, played it straight. Kicked off a ball, then fouled. Still not leaving Ronnie in a tough or an easy out.
A little commotion in the crowd right now. That is not distracting Ronnie Alcano. You see everybody looking to the left. Alcano
Missing the 4, talk about distraction. Oh, that's the distraction. It's not a commotion. We've
Senator
got a
Manny
special
Villar.
visitor coming in the house.
Senator Manny Villar has just walked in.
We'd
And
like to
everybody
acknowledge
acknowledging
the
the
arrival of
presence
the Honorable
of the good
Senator
senator.
Manny Villar.
And he takes to his seat. That is the best view in the house. You see him right there in front of table, seat number 1.
Against player number 1 of the Philippines, and it seems that Efren just about
Reyes at
broke
9.
that balls up for that 5 in the side pocket. Let's see.
And
Ooh.
this event is sponsored by Senator Villar's Billiards. Tulong sa pagsulong ng Philippine sports. Major patron of billiards. And itong billiard kasi, no, in terms of the local sporting scene. Okay, boxing, we got Manny Pacquiao and you got Donaire and a few others who are hitting the world stage. But with billiards, we got a minimum of 20 guys who can dominate the world.
Yes, of course. And how many world champions has the Philippines made? You've got Alcano, you've got EFREN, you've got Alex, you've got Django, and you've got Dennis, who have been #1 in the world scene for dominating for 2 years. Dennis is dominating today. Still ranked as I don't know about the standing, but last year he was ranked #1. So, you know, it just shows that the Filipino pool is predominantly dominant and should be helped out in terms of promoting and
Reyes at 14.
just general helping out with the sports itself.
As EFREN Bata Reyes capitalizes on an Alcano mistake.
20.
He's up to 20 points now.
No, not to mention Rabil Amit, also world champion now
For the women's billiard scene.
and that is the first ever Filipino world champion in the sport of pocket billiards.
It's 27-1 here in rack number 10.
Breaking up the cluster. That's not going to happen.
Not going to work for EFREN Reyes.
Caught it at the fat side of the 10. Wanted to go in between. Problems there.
And there's no way to go on the bottom rail. He will have to go to the side rail for
Got
this
the
shot.
8, but he caught the fat side of the 10.
Tough break for Reyes here. He will have to go to the side rail.
Contained safety here. Giving Ronnie a Mickey Mouse cluster.
Alcano at 1.
He wasn't even completely happy with that. He wanted that cue ball to be married with the 9.
But Ronnie can actually play safe. Just kiss that 9 ball slightly. Drive the cue ball up the table. He played the combination on the 10 ball. Terrific shot there by Alcano.
And this capacity crowd very appreciative of what Alcano just did there. Take a look at that sweet shot.
That was, wow.
Now Alcano is up and running. He's reeling after surrendering a 3-rack lead, watching it get cut to 1. Looking good once again to get back on the winning track.
Last 3 balls.
Last 3 balls for Alcano.
43.
Make that 2. And now
Last
down to the last ball, the 14. And Alcano has come back to repost a 2-rack lead over the Magician.
Mentioning earlier that Ronnie did beat EFREN in the race to 4 rotation televised match last year. Of course, now it's a race to 9.
13.
EFREN did get the pocket A ball there. But he's not completely satisfied with how things have spread here on the table.
14.
If you notice the trend, EFREN has been picking all the small balls. When he hits the 9 ball, that's when everything crumbles down, and Ronnie just manages to pick it all through.
So now Reyes is up to 14 points. It was the 13 that he knocked in on the break.
Bumps the 12 out of the way. He does have a clear shot for the 3 towards the left corner. But the question is the 4-5 from this angle combination is his best choice. You can just hear him over the mic, and he know he's really frustrated. Here we go again. Combination. Perfect.
This time around, he takes care of it.
Yeah, but now he's eyeing the 8-ball. This is where usually he starts faltering.
And EFREN now up to 28 points. For the benefit of the late tuners, the game is 15-ball rotation. You got to shoot the balls in chronological order. Lowest numbered ball first. And it is a race to 61 points. You get the points with the numbers on the balls.
Here's a shot. 7 to the 8. I prefer EFREN shooting this past the side pocket to eliminate that 14 ball. That's what he does. He wants that to move further up. It's a big angle. But he will have automatic shape for the 9 on the opposite corner.
Reyes now stuck on automatic. And the challenge of the legends is aired live on Studio 23 and will also be televised on the Filipino channel. Bugsy Promotions, of course, would like to thank Milky Way Design and Photography with telephone numbers 212-9405 and Telefax 642-9529.
Last couple balls for the magician. Uh-oh.
And he will lose an angle there, but
that's his last ball.
Does he have enough to make it all the way to the bottom left of the screen?
He does. He's lucky that's his last ball. But it's not going to be easy. He's going to play a bang. Maybe.
Here it comes. Just a little short.
You know why he played that? Because if he missed it, he would have had it safe off of the 15 ball. But now I think
tirang protection yung ginawa niya.
Yeah, I think Ronnie can just see this 15.
Check out how close this 10 ball comes. As you said, pool is a game of inches or millimeters. Let's see if Alcano can see it.
Yeah, he can see it.
You can see it, you can make it, Ronnie Alcano.
And 11 in the side. So again, the trend still continues. EFREN leaving Ronnie. And that was his last ball. He did that twice already. He relinquished the table to Alcano.
Alcano, it is cleanup time for him once again. He's done this before to EFREN as Reyes was on his last ball, missing a combination on the 11, and then Alcano running out the table. Let's see if he can do it again. Now it is last ball, last ball.
Last ball.
And Alcano, all primed to pick up another W here. And it drops down.
Ronnie Alcano gets 3 racks on his own, but with a lot of help from EFREN, coming up with some errors. Ball on the break for Ronnie, and I think it's a big numbered ball. 13. Shot on the 1.
Alcano now putting all kinds of pressure on the shoulder of the maestro, EFREN Reyes.
No, he can actually shoot the 1, then play the 5 in the corner.
Takes on that 1.
Kissing behind the 5 ball.
14.
I believe that was intended.
Look, it really did look like a called shot, even though you're not supposed to call your shots here. It was not by accident there. Take a look at that shot once again. It was right there. It was exactly what he meant to do.
Side and spin out. That was a tough shot.
And now the magician
Di makaubos eh.
back at
Alcano,
the
14.
and the crowd starting to get behind the maestro.
EFREN making 10 errors already in this match. He's been pocketing the balls pretty well, but it's losing control of the cue ball that has been always his problem. Now this is, again, 3 to the 4 is going to be his next task.
He will need absolute perfect control on this cue. And I think he shot it a little too strong.
5.
And in the process, tying up the 4 even more.
No, you can play safety if he wants to. He can just wedge that 4 ball beside the 6, bring the cue ball behind the 15 and 9. Unless he wants to play offensive here. Safety. Nice.
Excellent safety for EFREN Reyes.
Alcano, 14.
Laos na talaga.
Reyes has been saying he has already passed the baton over to Alcano. But Ronnie Alcano, of course, doesn't want it passed on. He wants to actually take it from the magician himself. And that hit the 6 first, so that is a foul.
Well, EFREN's going to get a spot for this. And we'd like to acknowledge the presence of Jesse Gonzalez, president of MAPA, Makati Pool Players Association. Thank you, sir. Seated right beside Senator Manny Villar, on the left side, rather.
On the right of the screen.
Yeah.
9.
Of course, they play in Mr. Puyat's pool halls, the godfather of Philippine billiards. So a lot of them here in attendance and watching this event, and most of them over there play rotation more than they play 9-ball. Oh, missed shot there by the magician.
And he knew it. He wasn't squared up for that shot, and his rhythm was off.
Alcano, out. 14.
EFREN
Di
starting
na
to
makatama.
Alcano,
19.
quick to pound on that mistake. Goes for the 6. 25 points now for Ronnie the Volcano Alcano. This will take him up to 32. You see the 8 right there.
32.
Draws back a little bit to prepare for the black 8. And when he shot straight into the corner here, how does he go for the 9? He just follows it.
40.
Last
This
3
one is a
balls.
bit tricky. You want it to be a bit straight on the 9.
Last 3 balls for
Might
Alcano.
bump into the 10. He does. But hold on. And he can cut this in. But
Last 2 balls.
made him more work for himself.
Cutting it all the way up the table. Top left corner.
Or you can actually play a safety on EFREN and leave that cue ball frozen up with that 15. Cuts it in, and it's good.
What a shot by Ronnie Alcano.
Last ball.
Yeah, just checking if it's his last ball, and the rest says yes.
There you go. And Ronnie Alcano gets on the hill.
Now on the hill.
It is Ronnie the Volcano Alcano on the hill against the maestro himself, EFREN
Number
Reyes.
13.
But it
Raise
is
to break.
the Maestro's turn to
Trailing
break
4 rocks to 8.
here in the next rack, and he will
10 ball
need to
in.
salvage this one
10 ball in.
to have a fighting chance.
10 for Reyes.
And, you know, given this situation, EFREN Reyes is just mad. Really mad.
It is, kanina we were talking about mga last ball cleanup. Ngayon, last rack cleanup naman. Last rack for Alcano, cleanup is the order of battle for Reyes.
Yeah, the only thing he can do is clean up because Ronnie will be coming back to the table to break if this goes EFREN's way. So a bank here for EFREN unless he wants to play a 2 kiss into the 5 for the side. Looks like he's lining up for the bank. Oh, he
There
gets
it.
it. Perfect.
18.
And you hear the Filipino fans, EFREN banking a shot. Yeah, he does that. They don't even really go wild over it. It's a regular thing for Reyes. Ooh.
I believe he did not like the position of the 4, so he did not play the shot.
But he still misfired on that attempt there. See him going to the bottom rail, or off 2 rails actually first. And now that 8 is tied up with the 4 and the 5 on the side pocket.
Those are the questionable shots that EFREN plays, but usually he has something in mind when he did that. So that worked for him. This is going to be spotted up for Ronnie.
Reyes at
But
13.
after this 3 ball, the problem is trying to get to that 4. Just bunched up on the side pocket with
Yeah.
the 5 and 8. The crowd getting behind the Maestro, egging him on, wanting to see something magical once again.
You know, it's because sometimes it's always 9 ball and 10 ball being played. So the longer you don't play rotation, sometimes the rules kind of skip your mind. Because in 9 ball or 10 ball, the ball stays down.
Mm-hmm.
But now you forget that, oh, yeah, I have to
Pull
respot
it back
the ball.
out.
Yeah.
Look at where EFREN's going to go with this. Takes care of it, but gets himself in trouble.
That's going to be on the point. But now
Reyes
the
at
shot.
16.
How does he get to this 4 now?
That's the way.
There it is. The EFREN magic.
Reyes at 20.
Even Senator Manny Villar breaking out a smile with that magical shot.
Those are the kicks that made EFREN famous.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
On the bank. Looks wide, but he knew it would land safe. Kick shot here for Ronnie.
Reyes at 20.
Distance and a bunch of balls between the object and the cue. 20-0 is the score here in this particular rack. This is rack 13. Race to 9. Alcano on the hill. Needs to make contact on this 5 ball. Trying to go to the left rail. Doesn't get the pocket, but it
Side.
tracks to the side. And Ronnie Alcano apologizing to EFREN
Alcano
Reyes.
at 5.
Of course, here in rotation, no need to call your shot, so pwede slap.
Bad news for EFREN. Uh-oh, that's tracking towards the corner pocket.
Cheating it
11.
a few millimeters. But where is he in correlation to the next object? Ah, it's right there for the 7.
Ball. Should be over at this point. 8 ball clearly in the side. 4 ball, 5 balls remaining for Ronnie.
26.
And the challenger dominating the legend here.
Well, one thing we can say here is that he did have the right to challenge, and he is giving us a nice show. Of course, EFREN Reyes having a lot of mistakes
35.
in this match. Problems
Last 3
controlling
balls.
the cue ball. We did see a lot of magical shots from the magician, but it was not enough to contain. Hold on.
Once again, Alcano bringing the suspense.
I was about to bite my tongue. 12 ball should be the last ball for Ronnie.
Last
One
ball.
more.
Last ball.
Yeah, I think that was the last ball.
And the challenger, Ronnie the Volcano Alcano, has beaten the legend in this race to 9. What a performance for the Volcano.